The Sukhoi 25 has served in over 15 conflicts since its inception. Its role in a lesser-known 5-day war in 2008 would prove crucial to the success of the Russian armed forces against the Georgian military. The Su-25 is a rugged, single-seater ground attack aircraft designed by JSC Sukhoi Company during the Cold War in the 1970s. The Su-25 entered service in 1980, is equipped with a 30mm GSH-30-2 cannon, and has the capability of carrying up to over 14,000 pounds of ordnance, and has a laser designator in the nose of the aircraft, allowing the use of Kh-25 and Kh-29 laser-guided missiles. These measures ensure the Su-25 can fill the close air support role. During the Cold War, the Su-25's production would be entrusted to the Tbilisi Aircraft Manufacturing Group, based in Georgia, which was then part of the Soviet Union. Following the collapse of the USSR in the early 1990s, production of the Su-25 would be moved back to Russian soil. While Georgia would no longer produce the Su-25, they had a small fleet of 10 that would become the backbone of their air force. After souring relations between the Georgian government and separatists in South Ossetia, backed by Russia, war would begin in August 2008. Russia would come in with a swift offensive from the South Ossetian region of Georgia, pressing the Su-25 into service. The Su-25 would be used extensively by both Russian and Georgian forces. It would see heavy fighting near the South Ossetian capital of Skhinvali. While Georgian Su-25s were being used to assist their troops in conquering the South Ossetian capital of Skhinvali, Russia would use the Su-25 to assist their armored convoys that would blast the Georgians out. One such raid was hitting the Georgian airbase in Marneuli and bombing the Tbilisi Aircraft Manufacturing Airfield at the former production facility of the Su-25. Georgia would use the Su-25 during the war quite scarcely. The most noteworthy Georgian use was on the 8th of August 2008, when a flight of 4 Su-25s attacked a Russian army convoy near the Zarsk Pass in the territory of South Ossetia. After this swift attack, the decision was made to return the aircraft to base to avoid Russian interceptors. Due to the scarce use of Georgian Su-25s and smart decision-making, Georgia didn't lose a single Su-25 during the war. Perhaps the most potent use of the Su-25 during the conflict was when Russian Su-25s would bombard Georgian infantry positions on the outskirts of Skhinvali, resulting in 20 Georgian infantrymen killed and many more wounded. This event caused the rest of the Georgian battalion to flee, abandoning their equipment in the process. After the retreat, rumors would spark that the entire battalion had been annihilated, which would play a large part in the Georgian withdrawal from the city. Due to both sides in the conflict utilizing the Su-25, it is most likely the 3 Russian Su-25s that were lost was due to friendly fire. The first loss was on August 8th around 6 p.m. Lieutenant Colonel Oleg Cherbunsky of the 368th Attack Aviation Regiment was hit by manpads fired by South Ossetian militia while flying between Java and Skhinvali. The next incident happened at 10:30 on August 9th, when Colonel Sergei Kobylash of the 368th Attack Regiment was conducting operations attacking a Georgian military formation south of Skhinvali. On his initial approach to attack, a missile struck his left engine. Not long after, as he was returning to base at an altitude of 1,000 meters, a missile fired from a manpad struck his right engine. At this point, Sergei's Su-25 was dead in the air, and he ejected. He was later recovered by Russian search and rescue. After Sergei was recovered, South Ossetian militants claimed they had shot down a Georgian Su-25. However, this possibility was ruled out due to Georgia's Air Force ceasing operations the day before. Later that day at 1 p.m., another Su-25 from the 368th Attack Aviation Regiment, piloted by Major Vladimir Adamenko, was struck by fire from a Russian ZSU-23-4 Shilka anti-aircraft gun near Java, killing the pilot. 2 hours later, a Su-25 mistakenly attacked a Russian military convoy near Lyakva, destroying a fuel tanker and injuring several troops. The Russian soldiers returned fire with manpads, damaging the Su-25. Russia controls around 20% of Georgian territory currently. Hostilities ended when the 6-point ceasefire agreement was put into action. Since the conclusion of the conflict, due to Georgia possessing the original factory and Su-25 plans, they plan to continue the production of the Su-25 and eventually export it. They have also taken action to restore their 10 Su-25s to airworthy condition. Only around 500 Su-25s are being flown today. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Make sure to hit the bell icon to be informed when I release new videos.